Hey guys, what is going on? This is Eric from OnlineBiz TV, where we teach you everything you need to know about online business. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you know whenever we go live or release new video. Today, we got here Omri, the single founder of Dialogue. Omri, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Nice to be in your offices. So, first of all, I would appreciate it if you can tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey, a little bit about your history and how you got into this world.
I am what they call the repeat entrepreneur. I have the disease. It came from my home. Like my father is an entrepreneur, and throughout my life I was exposed to it. So I started like at the age of 15, I think, organizing events and stuff like that. When I released from the army, I opened a pub. I had a bar here in Tel Aviv.
I didn't know that.
But I think that technology, it's what excites me. Second year of school at IDC, I started my first startup. Something completely different from what I'm doing today. Something in the world of mobile payments. Was like a long journey. I had two partners there. We made every mistake in the book. Then I worked as an employee in different companies. The last one was Matomi, which I left like a year and a half after I joined them. I did there mostly business development. I found a gap in the market. I left. I started my second startup, bootstrap from A to Z, like built the interface and had like first customers, revenues. I received an earnout deal for that, and then came Dialogue. So that's my entrepreneurship background.
Wow, that's awesome. By the way, a lot of things I didn't know about you just told me. We got to know each other about a year and a half ago, I think, when Dialogue was just starting out. Cool product, by the way. Now, to all of the viewers who I guess probably none of them know about Dialogue, why don't you tell us what it does exactly?
Sure.
And about the product and the company in a few words.
All right, so Dialogue is a SaaS product, personalization platform aimed for SMBs. What we do is that we integrate into every e-commerce store, no matter the size, no matter the vertical. We operate in two channels. So the first one is try to understand what the user intent is. We do that basically using first-party data. So we track users' behavior throughout their online journey, what kind of products they interact with, what product they add to the cart, every actions that they take in the online store. And the second channel, it's more of how we activate and how we operate in the store. So that means that once we have a basic idea of what the customer wants, what their intent, then we are able to start impacting their online experience. If it's generating content for them, if it's showing different messages, personalized messages, upsells and cross-sells, product recommendations. So everything that can be personalized. And what's unique about Dialogue, because we know that personalization, it's not something new. It exists for a long time now. So what's unique about Dialogue is that we try to automate as many processes as possible because our target audience is small and medium-sized businesses. So everything that up until now you needed to have like a team in-house to operate, build segments and stuff like that, create content. So we automated everything from generating the content to understanding the user intent, personalizing the experience, and then optimizing. So everything is.
Yeah, I really love that about the product. I think the fact that you generate content that is focused towards conversion and not just, random blogs or stuff like that many small online stores are doing.
Yeah.
This is really a game changer. And I think if you guys haven't checked that out yet, you better head over.
So it's now Dialogue, yeah.
We will link it down in the description below. You better check it out. Beautiful website also, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, so all right, can you tell us how did you got to the point where you decided to launch Dialogue? How did you explore the need and the pain point for merchants that made you come up with this idea?
Yeah, sure. So I think like I got exposed to this world basically for my previous startup. So I had a company named Whitespace. We try to create like engaging experiences for publishers, for tier 1 publishers, CNN.com and other websites like that, and try to create a longer session time for the users, which the value is completely different from e-commerce. They want to expose users to as many ads as possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the merchant, you try to convert the user. So this is like
So similar story, but different. Instead of time, you try to get revenue.
Exactly. And we focused on what we did there. We focused on how to create like enhanced experiences that can actually, create longer session time. And I said to myself, wait, you do that for like tier one publishers. And when you go to e-commerce, like 90% of the websites looks the same. And there's so much to do over there. If it's relevant for publishers, it's going to be like way more relevant for e-commerce and merchants. So this is how it started. And then got exposed to the market, started digging in and exploring. And we found out that there are like solutions for that. There are tech solutions, a lot of Israeli solutions that use technology to empower experiences, to use personalization to increase conversions, but they are very hard to maintain and they require a lot to gain results.
By the way, did you ever had your own store or you never played with it?
Yeah, after we found Dialogue, then we opened the store and then we started playing with it, but not before.
Yeah, because once you think as a merchant, it's kind of getting easier to understand what they want. I think one of the coolest things about Dialogue, and now it's kind of the only goal is to make the session duration longer so you can expose them to more ads. In Dialogue, you actually let the merchant choose what they want to optimize for, right? You let them choose if they want to optimize their average order value or the basket items or
conversion rate or session time.
Yeah, so that's I think something cool that I don't really know any other solution that do that. They just optimize for one thing. And the fact that you're letting them choose the goal and then the entire algorithm behind what is being displayed is completely different, that's a game changer. So that's very customizable, and I think it's one of the coolest things about Dialogue.
So what we've tried to do there is like to try to speak with the merchant in terms of value. So like what is the main value that you want to gain from the platform? Because we built it in such a way that it's very you can do a lot with it, but we don't want to lose the merchant in all the tons of features. So we ask them, what do you want to do? If you want to increase conversion, there's an asset to that. If you want to increase the average order value, there's an asset to that. Like we try to communicate in terms of value.
That's great. By the way, you guys are launching on Shopify soon, right?
Yes.
What did you found out that works best in terms of generating more revenue for your product? Getting new users, basically.
So we did like a different road than what you guys did with Reconvert and the other apps. We took the different approach. So we're now, as you said, we're now launching on Shopify. But before that, we were actually, coming out of the blue to merchants saying, here's the platform. Maybe you want to try and use it. And then we had them as customers, as pleased customers after, a successful pilot. And what we've saw with merchants that we work with, our partners, is that basically focus on content. So content has a tremendous impact on user experience. We know that users buy with their eyes. We know that a lot of the decisions are impulsive. A lot is connected. If you have like lifestyle images, if you have GIFs, if you have rich media, it creates...
so it works better than the product image itself?
Yeah,
that's wow. That's actually kind of counterintuitive to what I know. I mean, what I'm familiar with. For us, it's just products. And then, if you want to customize it better, you can, but we never generate anything that is not the product images and what the merchant provides. The fact that you're saying that lifestyle images and the content itself perform better, that's insane to know. And I think it also depends probably on the brand, on the stores. Stores that are more branded probably care more about the user experience and the way he feels while he's browsing the website.
And not everyone has lifestyle images. So if you work with brands, obviously they do their own photo shoots and stuff like that. So, they have these images, they can upload it to the platform, they can do whatever they want. If you work with the retailers, like a lot of times they just don't have it. But definitely, we took the salesperson approach. So we try to create like meaningful experiences using banners and a product that we call a storyteller. So these intertwine rich media, which is like GIFs and lifestyle images and stuff like that. And we also build like a messaging platform that you can generate messages and content as a salesperson would do in the physical store. We try to create it in the online space.
So each customer is going to see kind of a different messaging.
Yeah, that's where we're going with it. Yeah.
The impact is so big, but actually making it a real life product that's like super hard. And the fact that you're going after it, that's amazing. I think you guys are doing
Thank you.
an awesome job. Can't wait to see it on Shopify. You know, that's kind of my realm over there. Was wondering also, in terms of difficulties in the past few years that you're running the company, what things have you found to be kind of harder than other things, and how did you handle that? What are the difficulties you're experiencing today, and what's your plans on, you know,
so I think that
moving forward?
we spent the last couple of years trying to like perfecting the product. So we knew what we wanted to do. We had first customer before we even had a product. So I think that's the first time I'm saying it. But yeah, we had like customers, not that many, and we try to work intensely with them to try and understand like what's the value that they see, how they see dialogue from their eyes, and all these tweaks, launching new feature and stuff like that. And then we came to an understanding, okay, so we have a very nice product and it shows great impact, but now how we scale. And I think what you guys did with Reconvert and all the other apps is like you scaled very, very fast. That's something that was missing for us. And we came to an understanding, and I remember on our first meeting, you told me, listen, you have to launch on Shopify, you have to launch on Shopify. And I know it took us some time, but this is one thing that we needed to figure out how to do, because up until now, we worked very closely with the merchant. So
you need to build a self-serve product that people can handle the product all themselves.
Self-serve capabilities and see how they're going to manage and actually see the value, because now we're communicating the value to them.
Yeah, I think beyond that, the platform itself is way more user-friendly now. Everything is more visible. Last time I saw it, it was
2.0.
It looks so much better. It's slick. You understand which button leads to where and what everything does. There's a lot of like drag and drop elements you can play with. All the analytics, everything you need to show is in one place. You got a preview of all the widgets, which is something I remember back in the day you still didn't have. And the fact that you have all of that right now just creates this awesome platform. So
thank you.
That's so cool. I love it. All right, I have a few extra short questions. First of all, what would be your number one tip for someone who wants to launch his first startup or the first app or software product?
Talk to Arya. That's number one tip.
All right.
But no, I'm going to speak like from my heart, from the difficulties that I encountered with.
Only from there.
Yeah. So I think that it's very, very important to be open. So try to speak with as many people as possible. If you have an idea, there's a tremendous gap between an idea and execution. And a lot of entrepreneurs are protecting their idea from, someone's going to come and steal it and stuff like that. They don't realize that they need to work very, very hard. And the idea that they started with, it's not going to last. So try to open up, speak with as many people as possible, get their feedback, do it on a daily basis, and go to market as fast as possible.
I agree. By the way, execution is everything. And the fact that people think that, someone is going to steal my idea, it's just a complete misunderstanding of reality. Building a product, it's not like, oh my God, I got the idea, now I can make it. It doesn't work like that. And I think also about the idea, the fact that you want to open up to other people, I think one of the best ways to find good ideas is just to look inside, look at your day-to-day life and figure issues that you see, because look at the things you like doing. If you like football, you can find issues around football and build a product for that, because then there is a need for that. Try to go to more familiar places, then it's just going to be a little bit easier for you to find these issues and fix them. And I do agree that go to market as fast as possible. Just create something, even a page that's just saying, hey, we got this product, register here, and we're going to keep you updated. And then you're going to start seeing if there's any demand for that product or not. So yeah, just go as fast as possible.
As fast as possible. And if you feel like you're ready to launch, you're probably launching too late.
Way too late. Yeah, we usually say we created the specification for the MVP. After we go through it complete, and just the MVP, the things we must have. After we go through it, we remove half, and then we start developing. Two last questions. First of all, if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
I think reading people's minds, if it's possible.
Oh, that's easy to get
superheroes that do that?
I don't know, but that's an awesome superpower. It's like, hey, what do you think about the idea? And all the people is like, I think it's great. And in their mind, it's like, oh, fuck, that's horrible. I don't think it's a good one. So if you can read their mind, it's not an issue anymore. All right, love that. All right, final question. And this is your time to shine. If you could ask one question to our audience, again, these are app developers, people who care about micro SaaS, people who are trying to build their own software or business or startup, what would you ask them? And guys, please mention your answers in the comment section below. It will help Omri, it will help me, and it will help our channel. So go ahead.
I'm questioning myself at this, at this specific time, is that you've created your first MVP and you have an app now or any kind of micro SaaS that you want to launch. What would be the very first action that you're going to take to release your SaaS the best way possible?
So once you're live?
No, that you finish development, you have your micro SaaS ready to launch. No one knows you by now, all right? What's the first action that you're going to take to launch it?
Okay, guys, so be nice. Answer Omri in the comment section. I'll make sure he reads all the answers and answer you personally. He's not going to have any choice. So yeah, what would be the first action you're going to take after you have a product ready to start marketing it if no one knows about it? Okay, this is it. Omri, thank you so much for taking the time for this interview.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already, again, please just make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you know whenever we release new videos. If you have any questions, just comment them in the comment section below. I promise we'll answer everybody, and we'll see you on the next time. Bye.